Good morning and welcome to today's edition of the Sugar City Morning Show, direct from San Lorenzo Road in Orange Walk Town. Buenos días y bienvenidos todos al Sugar City Morning Show. Hoy es miércoles 22 de agosto y son exactamente las 7:02. Bienvenidos al show, compañeros, compañeras. Un gran gusto estar en su grata compañía. Un gran gusto, en realidad. Estamos transmitiendo en vivo desde Nortevisión, Canal 10, aquí en la calle San Lorenzo, casi al final de la calle. Es más, justo enfrente de ITVET. Y tenemos distintos arreglos con distintas empresas proveedoras de señal de cable que permite que nuestra señal se vea en Corozal, aquí en Orange Walk, en ciertas áreas de Belice. En Ladyville entiendo que no estamos, pero en Belmopan, en Cayo, en Tangriga, en Toledo, en Stan Creek, Toledo. Compañeros, también estamos transmitiendo desde la torre aquí en San Lorenzo Road, y esto sirve a la gran cantidad de gente en el norte del país que opta a no tener cable. Y ¿qué tal? Muy buenos días. Un saludo a todas estas personas que optan a no tener cable. Si vives en una circunvecinidad de 25 millas alrededor de la torre, entonces puedes ver Canal 10, claro, y lo puedes ver gratis. También estamos transmitiendo en vivo desde el internet. Es más, tenemos arreglos con estamos subiendo el programa así como estamos hablando, como hablamos, tanto así de que puedes verlo en vivo simplemente entrando en la página YouTube, ¿ok? Y teclando Sugar City Morning Show, y ahí puedes ver no solo el de hoy, pero el de ayer, el de antier, y para la fecha que te antoja ver. Así que no hay forma que no puedes no puedes decir que no lo lograste ver, porque hay tantas formas para ver el Sugar City Morning Show. ¿Qué tal? Buenos días, las 7:04. Como siempre, vamos a empezar nuestro programa con nuestra oración, reconociendo a nuestro Creador. Universalmente, esta oración es reconociendo un Creador, un poder superior, un Dios que rige y le pone orden, un Dios creador que rige y pone orden y da propósito a la vida. Y si es que no has encontrado este poder superior, búscalo. Y todo entonces te va a empezar a hacer mucho sentido. Porque no puede ser de que el mundo siempre está girando alrededor del sol y nosotros viviendo en un planeta sin ningún propósito. Pues entonces, ¿para qué estamos aquí? ¿Para qué? Ponte a pensarlo. Simplemente somos producto de la naturaleza. Pero la pregunta es, ¿quién creó todo esto? Y ya entonces vas a empezar a darte cuenta de que hay un poder superior, mucho más fuerte, un creador, un Dios, que es el que creó todo esto y le pone orden y propósito a todo. ¿Qué tal, Padre? Muy buenos días. Te doy las gracias por la vida, la salud y las fuerzas. Te doy las gracias por tu amor incondicional que tienes para nosotros. Te doy las gracias por todo, por tu perdón, por tu gracia, tu misericordia, por todo, Padre. Muchas gracias por acompañarnos y por ser también la fuente de confianza para mí. Gracias, Padre. Fiel amigo, en el quien siempre puedo confiar. Te pido que nos continúes bendiciendo. Te pido que nos des mucha salud, no solo a nosotros, pero a nuestros familiares y a nuestras amistades, a quien se une esta oración en este momento, y sus familiares. Y también, Padre, te pido que consueles a aquellas personas que están pasando por tiempos difíciles porque recién han perdido un ser querido. Te pido, Padre, por un fin a esta violencia que hemos estado viendo últimamente. Nosotros tenemos la capacidad de hacer el bien y el mal, y todo está dentro de nosotros. Padre, también te pido por los niños desamparados, los ancianos, los enfermos, y también por todos nosotros, que tengamos un bonito día, lleno de éxito, y que podamos entonces ser humildes, la palabra clave, humilde, y dejar pasar discusiones tontas, y dejar pasar ciertas cosas que si nos ponemos a fijarnos, entonces ahí quedamos trabados emocionalmente. Gracias, Padre, por todo. Te adoramos. Te bendecimos tu nombre siempre. Amén. Las 7:08. Buenos días, bienvenidos al show. Quiero en este momento enviar muchas felicidades a las personas que están cumpliendo años hoy. Ya le repito de nuevo, si es que quieres enviarle saludos a personas, me puedes mandar un texto al 664-4921. Lo repito, 664-4921, 664-4921. Y con gusto te paso el anuncio. ¿Okay? También a las personas que están celebrando aniversarios, felicidades, muchas felicidades. Hoy estaremos hablando acerca de temas que nos están afectando hoy en día. Los autobuses que no llegan a la ciudad de Chetumal, que dejan sus pasajeros, algunos de ellos, en la frontera porque rehúsan pagar el seguro. También estaremos hablando acerca, y esto viene de muchas personas que me lo piden. Ya estamos entrando al mes de septiembre, entre muy poco, y queremos traer conciencia acerca del patriotismo y también la necesidad de tener orgullo cívico. Orgullo cívico. Compañeros, pero antes de ir a la pausa, necesitamos reconocer a nuestros patrocinadores A&R Stores, German Vega & Sons Import Limited, Gillette's Meat Shop, Vega Imports, St. Anthony's Trading, que son los importadores de la leche Dano, Belize Tourist Board, Vega Distributors, Tana Media, Government of Belize Information Service y Belize Marketing and Development Corporation. Las 7:10, rápidamente una pausa y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes tan pronto estos anuncios. No se vayan.
These sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at DerekGillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico. Why go anywhere else on vacation when an unforgettable experience awaits you right here in your own backyard? Explore southern Belize, home to the Cacao Trail, the historically rich Maya, and our illustrious southern heritage. Satisfy your sweet tooth with a cacao tour, relax by the river, or enjoy a basket weaving demonstration. Stop in for some delicious southern food. Come and enjoy some good old-fashioned southern hospitality. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Freshly extracted local honey, perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself, as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize.
This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development Corporation.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show, a 7:15. Bienvenidos de vuelta a las 7:15. And at this point, I'd like to welcome my good friend, Mr. Robert Checky Usher, to the show. Good morning, Checky. And as always, a pleasure to have you here.
Yes, same. Always a pleasure being with you every morning, here to inform our viewers of things that are happening.
And discussing the current issues, yes.
Yeah, you know, they have some things that we really can't report on, but we try to report on much as we can. But this morning we're remembering the Ernest Smith song, pa. And the rain is coming, Peter. Coming down on the rooftops, coming down. Because it come down hard right now. So before we go into anything, I could check in with the Belize Met Service. So
of course.
Because of the rain and people might wonder what is happening.
Well, if you were listening to the news yesterday and to the weather report that we're going to be having some showers and some rains, this is due to passing of a wave. But let's see what today's report is. And it says relatively moist and unstable conditions will prevail as a weak tropical wave influences our weather. Well, thank God for the word weak. 24-hour forecast. Cloudy spells today and cloudy at times tonight. A few showers and thunderstorms will occur over most areas today and mainly over southern and coastal areas tonight. So, the winds are blowing from the east, northeast, 5 to 50 knots, with winds becoming more gusty. And the sea state light chop to rough. So be careful there. There is a small craft caution in effect for gusty winds and locally rough seas near heavy showers and thunderstorms. The temperatures along the coast, a maximum of 86 degrees Fahrenheit and a minimum of 79. Inland, we're going all the way up to 92 degrees Fahrenheit and 72 degrees as a low. And just let me pause there. Many times it would seem to us that like it's 100 degrees. And I've always said that the temperature, the high temperature that we get in April, May, is hot, but it is dry. It's like in the desert in Mexico. But the hot weather that we get in July, August, September is very humid. And that is what makes us feel uncomfortable. That makes us feel sticky. That makes it feel as if the 92 degrees was really 102 degrees. Because you have to take in the relative humidity that is present in the air. We're only going up to 92 degrees, but I can assure you that with the amount of sweating that you'll be doing today, because of the humidity in the air, it will feel like 100 degrees. We're coming down to 72 degrees tonight. In the hills, 80 degrees Fahrenheit as a high and a low of 68 degrees Fahrenheit. I remind you again that there is a small craft caution in effect for those for locally rough seas, and please be careful. Please be careful. The outlook for tomorrow, Thursday, is for a few showers and isolated thunderstorms to continue affecting mostly northern and inland areas on Thursday, and mainly southern areas Thursday night. And we want to thank forecaster Sheena Young for this information. Thank you, Sheena, and all those other persons working at the Met Service. Buenos días. Aquí les va el reporte del tiempo. Para hoy, miércoles 22 de agosto, la situación general puesta que de esta forma, que condiciones relativamente húmedas e inestables están continuando sobre nuestra área, porque tenemos una ola tropical algo débil pasando sobre nosotros. Entonces, para las 24 horas adelante, tendremos periodos de nubosidad y durante el curso del día hoy, nublado por momentos por la noche. Tendremos chubascos o tronadas sobre la gran parte del país hoy. Algunas tronadas y algunos chubascos sobre la gran parte del país hoy. Es más, que pudiera caer sobre cualquier parte del país hoy. Y hoy durante el curso del día, pero esencialmente sobre la porción sur y la sección de la costa hoy por la noche. Los vientos del este-noreste, 5 a 15 nudos, con ráfagas más fuertes. El estado del mar ligeramente agitado a súper agitado. Por eso hay una nota de cautela para aquellas pequeñas embarcaciones. Máximo cuidado, por favor. Temperaturas por la costa 86 grados como una máxima. Fahrenheit es más. Por la costa 79 como una mínima. En el interior del país 92 grados como una máxima y 72 como una mínima. Esos 92 grados Fahrenheit se sentirán como 102 grados. Porque durante este tiempo, cuando tenemos una humedad bastante elevada, harán sentir esos 92 grados de temperatura ambiental, se harán sentir como si fuera 102, ¿ok? Porque hay gran cantidad de humedad. Por las colinas, la temperatura subirá únicamente 80 grados y baja a 68 grados. Bastante agradable. Mañana jueves, ¿qué se espera? Vamos a ver algunos chubascos, perdón, y tornadas aisladas, continuando, pero afectando mayormente la porción norte del país y la porción del interior. Así que norte interior, eso rápidamente indica que aquí en Nueva York pudiera llover mañana durante el curso del día, y por la noche entonces se espera que caigan chubascos en la porción sur del país. Así que mañana es muy probable que durante el curso del día tengamos chubascos y tornadas. Y muchas gracias a Sheena Young por esta información. Y también a las otras personas trabajando en el Met Service. Muchas gracias. Las 7:23. Muchas gracias, Chequi, por esta información. Compañeros, de nuevo, una nota de cautela para aquellas pequeñas embarcaciones, pero también una nota de cautela para las personas que están trabajando fuera. 92 grados, no, para nosotros no es exagerada la temperatura, pero cuando tomamos en cuenta que tenemos una humedad bastante elevada, eso hará sentir como si está en exceso de 100. Por favor, tomar cuidado, especialmente los ancianitos, los niños también, por favor, en fin, todos. Tomar mucha agua es súper importante, y si no tienes que estar fuera en el sol a las 2, a la 1, a las 2 de la tarde, pues no estés, ¿ok? Espera que el sol baje un poco para luego hacer tu chamba.
Thank you very much for that report this morning, Emmanuel, and thanks to the persons from the Belize Met Service for sending that report bright and early today. We feel the rain come down already here in Orange Walk. But Emmanuel, we were mentioning last week about the situation with the public transport, mainly the buses going to Chetumal. But the story that is out, it seems like, they got something where said tit for tat.
Butter for fish.
Yeah, you do me, I do your back. But this law has been there. Well, that law, not only in Mexico, but the law over the world. You should have a valid insurance when you're driving in any country. And it has been there for so many years. These buses have been running in Mexico. We could remember Mr. Escalante bus. I believe that was one of the first buses that used to go to Chetumal. Anybody want to go to Chetumal, they catch Don Beto bus, no? But now, when I said tit for tat, butter for fish, because the bus, it's saying here in this story, bus first leads to Belizeans stranded at the Chetumal border.
And that is not right.
Yeah, but
because if you catch a bus
destination
with a destination Chetumal, I know why you drop me after the border and tell me you can pick up the Chetumal bus over there. Eso es tomar ventaja de la situación.
Yeah, because your destination is the Chetumal, and I believe these runs comes through the Ministry of Transport.
Thank you very much.
You have to apply for these runs.
Thank you very much.
And when the ministry give these runs, they give it with the consideration of the commuters.
So what the big question is, where is the Department of Transport and what are they doing to alleviate
the commuters,
to protect the passengers?
Yeah.
Because
we have to look on both sides, right?
Yes. I understand that it is an extra charge, paying the insurance for being able to drive in Mexico. Maybe in the past you didn't have to do it, but hey, laws change.
You not change the law was there?
Yeah, but the law has always been there.
It has always been there.
All right, good. The law has always been there. Just that, hey, you made it get to it all the while.
Yeah.
But in the same way, we have laws that are applied to us in Chetumal. We have laws. The Mexicans have laws that are applied to us.
Yeah.
We have laws that apply to the Mexican vehicles coming in.
That's why I
These
like
are reciprocal laws. What if a Mexican vehicle is coming into Belize? They need to buy insurance.
exactly what you're saying, Pa, because this story says fewer Belizeans are traveling to Chetumal, and it's because of a bus situation which has emerged ever since a Mexican bus driver for ADIO was arrested in Belize earlier this month. So it continues saying, as a result of that, since last Wednesday, Belizean buses are no longer being allowed into Chetumal without insurance coverage from a Mexican insurance company. None of them have that. So no bus has been able to take Belizean passengers to Chetumal. So those traveling to Chetumal by bus must now disembark in the free zone area and hire a taxi into Chetumal. It's a frustrating and costing process, which has discouraged Belizeans from traveling to Chetumal. So this person from the bus, from the ADIO, all of this comes after the arrest of Aider Tun, the ADIO driver who was driving an ADIO bus and did not have Belizean insurance. Tun was held at the police station for an overnight and charged for driving a motor vehicle without insurance. He pled guilty and was fined $105. This seems to have
Triggered.
angered Mexican authorities, who are now saying Belizean buses now need to comply with their rules.
Tit for tat, butter for fish. Lo que le aplicas a ellos, ellos ahora están aplicando a nosotros. ¿Quién está para perder más? Nosotros.
Yeah.
No quiere decir de que no debimos haber parado al señor Tun y haberlo multado. Pero la cosa en realidad es de que si entras a un país, compañeros, a un país distinto, si beliceños van a Chetumal, ya es tiempo que cambiemos la forma de pensar y que compremos nuestro seguro, porque cuando tú entras a México, tu seguro que tienes con la compañía beliceña ya deja de ser vigente. Tú si entras si te metes en un lío en Chetumal o en Bacalar o en Calderitas, o aquí en 10 pies de la frontera, tu seguro ya no te cubre ahí. Así que, ¿y cómo vas a tener vehículos andando en las calles sin seguro? Así que ahora...
You are taking passengers.
Exacto, y estás llevando pasajeros. Gracias, Chiqui.
Yes.
Y estás llevando pasajeros. Así que el gobierno, tanto el gobierno de México como el gobierno de Belice, dice, tienes que sacar tu seguro. Y no es como si fuera carísimo, porque yo conozco varias personas que han ido a comprar su seguro para México, para todo el año, sin tener que estar yendo quiero seguro para este fin de semana, quiero para 2 días, quiero para 3 días. Olvídalo. Lo compras para un año y te sale igual a la de Belice.
Yep, it's like
$300 por el año o algo así. Y ahí terminó el cuento. No te tienes que preocupar más. Ahora, si los autobuses no lo tienen, entonces deben de conseguirlo. Y yo creo que la gente, si se los explicas y les dices, mira, estamos subiendo esto por 25 centavos porque tenemos que cubrir el precio del seguro, la gente va a entender. La gente va a entender que si ellos algo les pasa en México, o el autobús, de que siquiera el autobús está cubierto por seguro. ¿Ya me entiendes?
Yes, the passengers are
Que ellos
covered as well.
también. Depende del tipo de seguro que compras. ¿Ok? Pero la cosa es de que si nosotros estamos exigiéndole al mexicano que tenga seguro, el mexicano va a exigir lo mismo de los beliceños.
Yeah.
Por eso es que no le están haciendo pasar los autobuses sin seguro.
And the ADIO driver didn't have insurance and he was charged. He was charged.
Y no todos los autobuses están permitiendo no los están permitiendo pasar. Algunos autobuses tienen seguro.
So some of them have insurance.
Algunos de ellos tienen, de lo que sé, tienen seguro y los permiten cruzar. Uno que otro.
Belize Honorary Council to Quintana Roo, Luis Montero Maldonado are saying that there has been a 30% decrease in the number of Belizeans visiting Chetumal, and he said this is in direct result of the buses not being allowed into Chetumal. In his comment to the press in Chetumal, Maldonado called it a shakedown of Belizean and said that the move will hurt tourism and relations between the two countries. I understand what you're saying, sir, but let's go with the law. We have to pay the insurance. If people from other countries come in and they pay insurance, well, that's it. If they watch for 30% decrease, maybe what they can do is to make some kind of arrangements in the insurance company and ask them to bring down the rate so that more people can go into Chetumal. Because I don't feel like this they could just go an MOU between Mexico and Belize Transport Department and say, all right, make them go without insurance and make the Mexican come without insurance, because that is wrong, because you're putting a risk at other people's on the highway.
Thank you, Chequi. You see, ¿qué tal si sucediera de que entra este vehículo mexicano? ¿Ok? Y entra, y tan pronto entra aquí a Orange Walk, se choca el vehículo con otro vehículo, y ahí dentro está tu hijo o tu nieto. Vamos a crear un escenario. Entonces, se dan cuenta de que el mexicano no tiene seguro para cubrir los gastos del otro vehículo que chocó. Entonces, tú vas a estar enfurecido. ¿Cómo ese gobierno permite que la gente entre al país sin que tenga seguro? No, eso está mal. Y cuando le exigimos entonces, está muy caro, que esto, que el otro. We have to make up our minds. Tenemos que decidir qué es bueno para nosotros. ¿Ok? Si es que hoy en día el mexicano no te permite ir a Chetumal sin comprar seguro, tienes que comprar tu seguro por tu bien, no por el bien del mexicano, porque tú te estás cubriendo por las dudas tienes un accidente. No es simplemente para conformar con las leyes, te estás ayudando tú mismo por el amor de Dios. Entonces, yo sé que vas a decir, pero no hay dinero para eso. ¿Pero qué quieres? Meterte en un lío en Chetumal y peor vas a estar, porque entonces van a venir los cargos de 20,000 de estos pesos para esto, que 25,000 pesos para el otro, pero sí vas a tener que ir al banco a prestar o a ir a no sé a dónde a prestar para pagar 50,000, 100,000 dólares de pesos, perdón, de cobros y de cargos y de todo esto, cuando al final por 300 días pudiste haber evitado todo. Ponte a pensarlo.
Mr. Martinez, what can we do since we pay our fare to Chetumal and the buses leave us in the free zone area?
Ask for a refund. I asked them for a refund. At least on that, I'll give you back.
They know the carry away at Chetumal, right?
Hell no.
And the thing is that the buses, they still got the Chetumal sign on it. You know, like, if you got a sign.
But my question is, what is the blessed Department of Transport doing? If they have authorized around Belize City to Chetumal, but they have to ensure, they have to be a part of this discussion. And they have to ensure that, hey, if you already carry my passenger up to Chetumal, you can't charge them $5 or $7.
You violate your run.
You violate your run.
Senor Martinez, does this? I'll try to break it down. Is this only for buses or for private vehicles?
Anybody.
Any vehicle.
Any vehicle.
Yeah. Because you said right this.
But hold on. They're not pressing the ones for the regular cars, the cars and pickups. It's just the buses that they're pushing for right now. But to be honest with you, if people go to Chetumal, A small car can get into an accident in much the same way a bus can get into an accident. So what's the difference? Pay your insurance.
Yeah, it's only
And believe me, when you buy it by the year, te sale baratísimo. And instead of paying $100 for a weekend, because Gwenda can go for 6 days, and then you're going for 2 days to Bacalar or what you name, $175. And then during the course of the year, I might end up paying $500, $600 in insurance. Whilst if you get the basic third party from the insurance company here in Belize, for the Mexican insurance, I think you end up paying $300.
Yeah, well,
if you can afford it, do it.
we have to get in touch with the transport department when they go on a break pack.
Yes,
and
we
find
will.
out. We don't know the situation, but find out what they are doing about it.
That's the big
What's their
question.
concern?
What are they doing to protect the what you call it? I made up one shell bus one time. And the problem was that they had a problem with their hydraulic hose. So they busted it, boom, 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 boom. Then it stopped right by the free zone. And then Gordo come out and tell me, Mr. Martins, I can't carry out Chetumal. I said, boy, well, I don't say that. Long time. You said, but we'll give back your $2. I said, you don't have to, but hey. And that's how they give back money to the passengers.
Yeah. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Hello, morning, Mr. Chicken. Morning, Mr. Martinez.
Good morning, sir.
I drove the car, right? Because I don't want taxi number, don't know in drop.
Yes, sir.
And when time buses departure from the terminal, they pick up passengers and all about they pick up people. So then they make money for making can buy the insurance. Next thing, them buses will go to Chetumal, especially the tilt. Then bring down diesel for sale to then come some of the people will use diesel right there. We have diesel engines and they use it, then bring diesel for the sell them people. Then go they always discharge diesel right for the cartridge and all over the place, wrong or miles ideal and all over the place. So how they can buy the insurance? Then they don't spend $1 in a Belize. Think about it. Thank you.
Wow. Si no lo sabías, ya lo sabes.
Yeah, well, if the law is there, the law has always been there, but if it's been enforced right now, then have to pay your insurance. I don't know if by these persons not paying their insurance and go and park by the border and see that the visits to Chetumal are going down, if they figure that the governor in that year will say, okay, make them come, because we lose. You understand?
Es que that has always worked in the past, to be honest with you. Vamos a apaciguar la situación porque nuestros vendedores en el mercado de la ciudad no están vendiendo, así que mi orden es relaja las leyes, que entren los beliceños sin seguro. Yeah. Y ahí vamos otra vez, no dando cuenta de que nosotros somos los afectados. Que si nosotros nos metemos en accidente en Chetumal, tú sabes de que estés bien o estés mal, vas a terminar pagando. Evita todo esto, hijo. Si puedes, evítalo. Y $300 no te digo que es para todos $300, por 12 dividido te sale a $25 al mes, aproximadamente $1 diario. Tú no me digas que no puedes pasar eso. El problema es que Belice es egoísta porque le gusta hacer las cosas y no le gusta que le hagan. Ay, ejemplo, mucha gente beliceña va al lado mexicano y las autoridades no nos detienen. Pero cuando los mexicanos vienen aquí, los arrestan y los maltratan. That is no fair. Si hay un agreement, ¿por qué Belice no sigue el arreglo que hacen? Ahí paró. Pero yo no te podría decir si es que somos como tú lo dices, pero me imagino que estás convencido o convencida de que lo que dices está correcto. Tú sabrías, pero al final del día podría ser verdad lo que dices, porque tú quieres que apliquen, es cierto, la gente quiere que aplique la ley a los mexicanos cuando entran, pero no quieren que se les aplique la ley cuando van a Chetumal. Sí, yo te entiendo, estás muy bien.
Yeah, well, make we hope that will be resolved and then people can start to pay the insurance they need for pay, and so that the commuters can go to Chetumal peacefully. And not only that, but they know that they are safe when they are in the Mexican side, on the Mexican territory.
Exactamente. Durante el break vamos a ver si nos contactamos con 2 o 3 personas que nos pueden dar un poquito más de información en respecto de las tarifas. Pero primero vamos a esta pausa cuando son las 8 menos 18 minutos y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes tan pronto estos anuncios.
Attention all parents and students. A&R Stores countrywide announced the arrival of their back-to-school inventory. If you need school bags and knapsacks, say no more. A&R Stores have the largest assortment of knapsacks in the country with brands like Jansport, Capsule and Everest, famous for their resistance and durability. If you need school supplies, A&R Stores have everything, yes, everything you'll need, such as exercise books, composition books, lunch bags, folders, and a whole range of school supplies and arts and craft material. A&R Stores, your #1 store for back-to-school supplies. Visit them at any of their 8 locations. A&R Store, where our prices make the difference.
Kenneth Richards, and I'm representing Cellular Plus, where we provide sales for cell phones and cell phone servicing and also TV repairs. We use the net a lot to download softwares and different programs for the servicing of our devices. We need something more reliable and stable. Previous internet that we've been using had a lot of droppage. Sometimes it was non-existent for a couple hours. We are a service-minded company and we need to get our products out and servicing out as quick as possible. Now with the DigiNet service, surfing the web looking for stuff for customers has improved our time and everything. Software downloads or software uploads, communicating with our customers and transferring large files, and improve our service on a wide spectrum of servicing that we provide. Anyone that's internet-based and service-driven, I would recommend DigiNet to everyone in Belize.
Now available in Corozal, coming soon to San Ignacio.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Did you know that if you are an owner or operator providing accommodation for cash purposes to any local or foreign guest, regardless of its location in the country, you are required by law to register with the Registrar Hotels at the Belize Tourism Board? Did you know that Section 27(1) of the Hotels and Tourist Accommodation Act, Chapter 285 of the Substantive Laws of Belize, Revised Edition 2011, makes it mandatory for you to register with the BTB? For further information, please contact the BTB by email, telephone, or fax.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Roche France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado, German Vega & Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche France.
Before we signed up for DigiNet, things at home were a bit...
Mom, I'm just having up the internet. Fix it.
chaotic when it came to the internet. But since we signed up for Diginet, fiber optic internet for your home, everything has been going awesome. Everyone can be online at the same time, consistent and reliable speeds, no more fighting for internet. It's a mother's dream. It's so affordable. I got a 20 megabyte plan for only $169 monthly. Plus, it comes bundled with a free postpaid plan and free home phone service. We're saving over $200 monthly. It's an unbelievable deal. Perfect for families. Trust me. Visit your nearest BTL office and ask about Diginet today.
Now available in Corozal. Coming soon to San Ignacio.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
The first two phases of the Hummingbird Highway Rehabilitation Project from the Belmopan Roundabout Junction to Saboon Bridge and Alta Vista Bridge to Dangriga Town has already made a remarkable difference for commuters and residents alike. These first two phases are a $16.5 million investment by the government of Belize. Under this project, the highway is being rehabilitated through improvement of the road pavement to create a safer environment for the public. Improvements, especially in the areas that pose a high risk to motorists, include the introduction of paved road shoulders, high visibility line markings, reflective road studs, bus laybys, and other features that will bring the entire road segment in line with internationally recognized standards. Additionally, the replacement of the existing single-lane bridges will reduce road user risks. These improvements will increase economic, tourism, and agricultural opportunities, further encouraging the social development of Belize, particularly in the south. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. We're having a little conversation there with the Minister of Transport talking about the
yes, we are with the Minister
about the situation of the buses that cannot go across the border.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Minister.
But we got it very clear now, Emmanuel, and we spoke to the Minister himself, right?
Yes, we spoke to the Minister himself just now, and he has told us that there is a memorandum of understanding in place that which says that buses need to buy their insurance for them to go into Chetumal. Period. We insist that the Mexican buses buy their insurance if they want to come into Belize. And Then the same thing applies for the Belizean buses wanting to go into Chetumal. Now, the problem is that the Belizean buses are not buying insurance to go into Chetumal because they claim that that is an extra cost. Well, I'll bet the fact that it may be an extra cost. I don't think that the Belizean people are going to deny paying the extra $1 or 50 cents if at the end of the day the benefit is for the passengers, knowing that they are insured as well, or their vehicle is insured. You know?
And the minister also mentioned that all these bus operators knew about this when the memorandum of understanding was signed, but he also mentioned that the Ministry of Transport cannot issue any permit to another man's country, only to the border point.
So they're getting away with dropping off the people at the border and telling you, well, tell you what, catch a microbus. But I have also, during the course of the break, called somebody who was able to give us some information as to the cost of the insurance premium for private vehicles, carros y camionetas, not buses. I repeat, not trucks and buses. And you know what? The price isn't bad at all. The price is $357 or so for a whole year. So rather than paying $40 a day, $40 a day, $40 a day, you can just go to RFG Insurance and pay $357, and they will give you coverage for travel in Mexico for an entire year. So if every weekend you want to go to Mexico, Chetumal or Bacalar or Merida, you are covered for an entire year, and you don't have to worry about nothing for $357.
And that's not only Chetumal.
I'm sure if you were to buy it in Chetumal, te va a salir mucho más caro.
Yeah, but somebody sent a text here and said that money, transport permit ND10, fare only valid to the border, the ride to Chetumal is free.
That's exactly what Mr. Castro said. This is right.
Yeah, so so there might have to be a little increase.
And thank you for clearing that up, Papa.
Yeah, the man cleared it up good.
Because it's only up to the border, the rest is.
So the Ministry of Transport cannot do anything about this because they issue permit to the border. So it's not like they are going there and tell you, okay, but they have to tell the people, hey, we run to the border. We don't go to Chetumal, so we charge you to the border. Because so people might understand. So now, maybe like you rightly say, maybe the fare might have to increase a little bit so that they can pay that insurance so that they can take you all the way to Chetumal.
It's up to the people if they want to pay that extra. Personally, I always thought that the bus transportation system, although it could be very competitive, sí deja dinerito. Porque si no, no tuviéramos 50, 70 buses en la carretera por tantos años corriendo. Piénsenlo. No tuviéramos.
It's a business.
Es un negocio. Y hacen su dinerito. Si pueden sacar, yo no sé, pero ya para autobuses, camiones y autobuses es cuento diferente. No estamos hablando de $357.
No.
Estamos hablando de hasta $1,000, posible.
But that insurance is not sold here in Belize.
No, tienes que comprarlo en Chetumal, en la frontera México o donde sea te puedan vender seguro de mexicano.
Yeah.
Pero aquí en Belice, mi hermana te puede vender seguro para carros y camionetas para $357 o aproximadamente por año. Y no tienes que ir a comprar seguro en la frontera ni nada por un año. Y si cada rato te gusta ir a Chetumal y quieres sentirte confiado, entonces, y si tienes la lana, ¿por qué no?
Yeah, and it's sure because the driver from the ADO bus was taken to court and charged for not having insurance.
Exacto.
So the same thing applies for buses that goes across Mexican side, even private vehicles, just because they are being lenient on the private vehicles.
Pero va a llegar el tiempo cuando van a también presionar los carros privados. Porque nosotros le exigimos a los mexicanos que tienen que tener seguro. ¿Por qué cuando nosotros cruzamos la frontera no nos exigen eso? Es que nos valemos mucho por el negocio que le damos a Chetumal y que chao, ni nos van a checar, chao, ni nos van a pedir eso. Pero en ningún otro país puedes cruzar a otro país y sin comprar el seguro. No puedes. Tienes que parar a comprar tu seguro. Tienes que hacerlo. Yeah. Eso es un hecho. Eso es un hecho. Nada más aquí tenemos esos arreglos convenientes que la gente tapa un ojo y no pretende no ver nada. Pero seamos más responsables.
Yeah.
Yo creo.
Someone to go to Chetumal and the bus will leave you right there, so that the border, you don't forget bags. You know, for real. But conductors, please tell the people that went down to go, hey, we just going to the border. Right? We cross the border and that's our final destination. So people.
Bueno, los microbús de ¿cómo se llama? De Subteniente López estarán haciendo dinero, o de la otra frontera, porque obviamente al cruzar tiene que cruzar la entrada nueva. Chactamal Bridge.
Yeah.
Okay. Me imagino que hoy estarán microbuses ahí esperando para llevarte al centro. Bueno, el negocio siempre va a existir ahí de parte de los autobuses en México que te puedan transportar de la frontera al centro. Eso, y también te vas a dar cuenta que es una bagatela eso. ¿Cómo es de que te pueden llevar por 8 pesos y 10 pesos desde un punto hasta el otro punto?
Somebody sent a text here, they put a lot of obscene language in it. But they say, make a tell you, say, thanks to your government, this thing, they happen. And you just talk about pay. And the government, something, this the cane farmers. We not talk, not more cane farmers this morning. And I don't know what the government have to do about this, because I know the government to implement this charge. So I don't know if this person listen to our next show or they listen to this show.
Well, he's listening to the show. It's just that not formulated thoughts correctly.
Yeah, because you can't implement no law in our next man's country. You know, that people implement that, and we have to adhere by that if we want to continue traveling their country. We can't tell them. The buses they were come right here, so that believes the Mexican bus, their permit are given from the Ministry of Transport because they are traveling in this country, and they can go back to Chetumal freely because they live there.
That's right.
Just like the buses from here, they have a permit from the Ministry of Transport to the border. If they want to go to Chetumal, they have to get a permit from the department there in Quintana Roo, Mexico.
You understand that? It's very, very simple. Government has nothing to do with that. Belizeans very simply need to start paying their insurance to go into another man's country. It's as simple as that. Very simple. And government can't pay it for them. They have to pay it for themselves.
Yep.
End of story.
So you talk to your commuters and tell them, hey, we are getting this insurance, man, but we are charged only 50 cents or something, leave it extra, so we can run all the way to Chetumal. You know? And everything will be cool. Or whatever you feel like the cost is to bring that up so that. Try not impose all the costs by the commuters, you know.
So true. Pues yo no creo que esta es la primera vez que esto sucede. Me da la impresión de que esto ha sucedido antes. Me da la impresión, aunque quizás no el mismo cuento exacto, pero bastante similar. Yeah. Tanto así que me da la impresión de que ha sucedido antes. Y lo que tenemos que empezar a hacer es simplemente empezar a pagar nuestros impuestos, nuestro seguro cuando estemos cruzando al país de México. Y ahí evitar evitar problemas. Un día que te metas en un problema en Chetumal, vas a renegar si no tienes tu insurance, porque te van a venir tantos cobros y tantos gastos y tantos que el señor tiene que pagar esta infracción de aquí, infracción de aquí, infracción del otro lado, y vas a decir, puchica, pero ¿cómo no pagué el bendito seguro? ¿Ok? Y si puedes, hazlo. $1 al día te sale aproximadamente $1 al día por un año, $357. ¿Ah? Que eso es aproximadamente como $30 al mes por seguro. No me digas que eso no se puede pagar. No me digas que no se puede pagar.
Mr. Martinez, what's the name of the minister you spoke to, and you believe that he has his facts together, that buses from Belize has to get permit from the Mexicans to go in Belize? Why the Ministry of Transport cannot give them that permit?
Hold on again. Pass it again. Why
that the buses, Mr. Martinez, what's the name of the minister you spoke to? And
we spoke to Mr. Castro.
And do you believe what he's saying is right, that the buses from Belize has to get a third insurance from the Mexicans to go into Chetumal, or the Ministry of Transport from Belize can give that permit?
You see, we're confusing two things. Insurance is insurance. Insurance is not a permit. Insurance is third-party insurance works this way. Whenever you are on the road and you get into an accident, the law says that you must have a minimum of insurance. Minimum. Third-party act. That whatever damage you do, if I were driving and I crash into a Checky vehicle, that Checky should not be punished because I was drunk, but that my insurance is supposed to be paying him for his damage. So I have to buy that insurance. Okay?
But I need to have insurance too. If I don't have insurance,
right,
your company don't have to cover me.
Right. So everybody must have insurance. When I said third party, those persons who are one. The first party is the insurance company. The second party is you, the owner of the vehicle, and the third party is anybody else around. Okay? Understand that. Third party is anybody else around. Okay? So if you hit a cow, or if you hit a man, or a child, or if you hit a house, or if you hit a vehicle, that is a third party. Okay? And whatever damage you do to that third party, the insurance is liable for. When you buy insurance here in Belize, that applies for the country of Belize. It's an insurance that is government, that is the law says that you must have a minimum of insurance. There are different types of insurance, but the law prescribes the minimum. Okay? Third Party Act. Then that insurance works only for the country of Belize. When you go to another country, that insurance does not apply. If I got into a crash in Bacalar, my insurance company must not pay anything because my insurance is only valid only in the country of Belize.
Can you cash out your pocket?
So, if you go into Mexico and you do not have insurance, it means that you are liable for that. That means that the person who you crashed can take you to court in Mexico and say, tell you what, fulanito me chocó mi carro, me causó 25,000 pesos de daño, and you will have to pay it. No insurance will pay it because you don't have insurance. So the easiest thing to do is to buy insurance at the border. Now you can buy the insurance here in Belize, okay? But the insurance comes from a Mexican company for travel within Mexico. So I hope I'm answering your question, because you were confusing the insurance and the permit.
Yeah.
You understand me?
But the pathway asked about the road permit, the Belize authorities cannot give the permit for Chetumal.
Only the Belize authority cannot give you permit to go into another country. Only that country can give you a permit for that. So when you're riding the bus that says Chetumal, you know, I tell you border, and tell you Chetumal, because he will take you to Chetumal. But behind the scenes, that bus only has a permit legally to take you to the frontier, and he does that extra piece there on his own. From the border to Chetumal on his own.
And they have to spray the bus too.
And they have to spray the bus. So even more so, he needs to get insurance.
Yeah. Somebody say, check, I am driving bus for a while, and the people know $10 is to the border.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never know that $10. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I've been driving bus for a while, and the people know is $10 is to the border.
Good. Good for you. Thank you, sir. $10 for the border, the rest are barter.
Yeah.
Okay? I hope I cleared it up. I don't know if you still have a question. If you do, please send me a message so we can explain that to you again.
Or you can call.
Or you can call, yes.
302-2170.
302-2170, or send us a message at 600-5769. 600-5769. We'll take a break. It's 8 minutes after 8 o'clock, and we'll be right back with you after these messages.
A fast and reliable internet connection is crucial to the success of any business. That's why we at Pink Boutique chose DigiNet. Not only is it affordable, but it is service we can depend on to keep our business running 24/7. Plus, our DigiNet business plan allows us to stay ahead of the competition. For only $99, we get a dependable fiber connection at super fast speeds. Visit your nearest BTL office and ask about how DigiNet can enhance your business today.
Now available in Corozal. Coming soon to San Ignacio.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
There's no need to go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters. Belize's northern islands and reef are just a boat ride away. Go slow and immerse yourself into the Caribbean Sea, or enjoy some fresh coconut water. Or pick up the pace on an island where locals can enjoy sandy beaches by day and feast on your fresh catch by night. Discover the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef and submerge yourself into another world where you can experience a traffic jam you will want to return. You can also make new friends along the way. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Residents of Dangriga now have their very own, brand new, modernized, multi-purpose complex, compliments of the government of Belize. This $3.5 million investment in the cultural capital will host sporting events, cultural events, and shows, and can double as a hurricane shelter. Features include seating for 1,000, a fully FIBA certified wooden court, locker rooms with full bathrooms, a stage and changing rooms backstage, concession stands, office space, and ample parking. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Sign up today. Now available in Corozal. Coming soon to San Ignacio. Sign up today. Now available in Corozal. Coming soon to San Ignacio.
These sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at DerekGillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is exactly 8:15, and during the break we made a number of calls, and we were informed that not in the not relevant to what we were talking about in the previous segment, but in terms of the commencement of the information and educational campaign. If we should go or if we should not go to the ICJ, that program is going to begin here in Orange Walk sometime next week. That campaign is going to begin with video ads and radio ads here in Orange Walk. So we're asking, please, just a little bit of patience, because, and then when that begins, we will be having the television forums to be able to discuss that in a more wider scope. Because obviously, we have to wait until we hear and we learn all of these things so that we can be better prepared to encumber an opinion or to reject that opinion. But just because we hear one show, that means that doesn't mean that we know it all. Okay? Or if you heard one advertisement, that means that, oh, then it talk crap, then it talk this, then it talk the other. Give yourself the opportunity, please, to listen to the advertisement, to listen to the campaign for or against the ICJ, and then you have to make up your mind. Not make somebody else make up your mind for you.
Yeah, because you remember when we reported Monday, I believe that another PUP said no to the ICJ, talking about Honorable Julius.
Julius said so,
you know. But when they come into the political part of it, when they add up like that, the almost 11 elected era representative is on that side, and the party leader has already said that he believed that the best solution is to go to the ICJ, you know.
And that is very simply because John refused to put out a party position, an official party position. No, the Southern Caucus is breaking away and saying, we no longer to the ICJ.
They know they hang up.
They only hang up. Now Julius is back, and the question is the reasons why these people are advocating a no vote. That is the question. That is the question. Can it be that perhaps they want to rally people into a no vote and then for political reasons? Can it be that they're doing it only for political reasons, and this thing should not be taken politically? But you know people who they are. To win an election, they're desperate, no hell, and they will try every means necessary, by every means necessary, to try to win that election. So if it takes that they have to lie their way out or become traitors to their own country, believe me, they will do that only to win an election. Yes, I said it.
Well, what the Cayo South era representative, the former PUP deputy leader of the West, and quote, he said, I have looked at the two sides of the issue, and I am convinced that the risk of losing any part of our territory is too much to take. We have already gone through the difficult process of obtaining our independence and our territory defined. ESPAT believes that the territorial claim should not be the country's biggest priority right now. He ends his post by saying, quote, democracy gives us the right to vote yes or no. I believe in democracy, and I reserve the right to vote no in the upcoming referendum, quote, end of quote. By one count, as many as 9 PUP parliamentarians may oppose going to the ICJ.
Well, I hope they keep their views personal and not try to convince people to vote no, because, like I said, that decision has to be born out of your conscience.
Right.
After you become informed and educated. But then again, some people love to be told what to do. Love to be, oh, because my boss tell me I must vote no for the ICJ, I will vote no. them why they will vote no? No, I don't know, but my boss tell me I must vote no.
Yeah, the boss said me could pull up by.
But why I vote no? Man, I just know that my boss tell me I must vote no. Shame on you. You know, got your own back.
Yeah, but so far only 101 persons have re-registered. You know, and we still don't know if everything on that list will be completed, because you know they still have some questions on some persons that went to register. And I understand the cutoff point when it comes to the ICG will be early in March of next year. So I believe that every week, like the registration, the drop, we may figure when they come to this party, may come up more, no?
You see how it's going?
Yeah, it goes very slow.
It's going very, very slow. So, and that means that approximately half of the people have not re-registered yet. That's what it means. That a lot of people have not re-registered yet, and you need to register, please. If you don't register, you are nobody in the political scene. You can't vote in or you can't vote out anybody.
No care what your boss tell you.
No care what your boss tell you. Please go register. Please. Please go register. I think that some people have taken this apolitical stand that me no getting no politics, man. So you're voting one that is changing, you're voting the other one that is changing, so I might as well stop vote. Well, tell you what, that may be true, but that does not, that should not set the reason why you should not go to vote. Just to the contrary. You're supposed to be always prepared to vote out any government that is not doing right, and to give a chance to somebody else. You have to be prepared to do that, because if you don't stand on conviction and say, tell you what, I like what this government is doing, so I will next election I will keep them in, or tell you what, I don't like what this government is doing, so I will vote them out. That is your right.
But if you don't register,
that's not a privilege, that's a right. It's your right.
But if you don't register, you can't do that.
If you don't register, you can't do it. So let's go out to register. Let's go out to register. When you register, that's when you truly are a Belizean.
I am glad that you mentioned that the campaign, the information campaign on the ICJ will get started sometime early next week in this era, because they got people what they believe a lot of things with some of the activists that they bring out. Because like this person text, we have all the information, we will vote no, no, no.
I am sure that you don't have all the information, but then again I won't get into an argument with you on that. I will wait until the educational and information campaign begins, so that you can, so that we can go to another level in that regard.
Yeah, I hope when the campaign comes out, it's in the language and the manner that even a small person can understand what they're saying.
Well, you see, a lot of work has been put into this, you know. And remember that it's not only going to be video ads and radio ads. Remember that there are going to be village meetings. Remember that there are going to be town meetings. Remember there are going to be community meetings there for meetings for certain areas of. Suppose they say, okay, vamos a ir a San Antonio hoy, San Antonio, Santa Cruz. Vamos a invitar a la gente del área que venga a que escuche qué son los pros y los cons de ir al ICJ, o que vengan todos. Y igual forma, se puede ir a San José, San Pablo, y tener, digamos, 2 o 3, ¿okay? Uno cada noche.
Right,
¿okay?
right.
Donde la gente pudiera ir a aprender más y donde la gente pudiera ir a hacer preguntas. Todo eso va a suceder, ¿ok? Yeah. Todo eso va a suceder. Al final del día, Es el derecho del gobierno de informar a la gente acerca de los dos lados. ¿Debes de ir o si no debes de ir?
Yeah.
Si vas, ¿qué son los beneficios? Si no vas, ¿qué son las repercusiones?
Yeah, and why we should go.
Porque no ir no tiene beneficios, tiene repercusiones.
Yeah, and no
tiene beneficios.
No make nobody push you and say, "Girl, no es así, man, no es así." If you understand it one way, you go your way. Yeah, you go your way. And there are meetings that if say, like Emmanuel said, that they'll be having visiting in villages. Then if say, pues mañana voy a preguntar a mi vecino de qué ha hablado una noche. Right?
Exacto.
Because your vecino...
Y ni se estaban hablando todo el rato y mis chamacos estaban haciendo ruido y yo no escuché nada. Pues mejor te quedas en tu casa, si es así. Porque tienes que ir a escuchar, a participar. Y estoy seguro que la gente aquí del norte va a participar.
Smart people,
va a escuchar,
smart
va a
people.
participar.
We got smart people.
Oh yes, I agree with you. I agree. We do have smart people here. Gente que puede decir, ¿sabes qué? Ya escuché suficiente, Mr. Martínez. Ya voy a decidir que voy a votar sí. Porque es tiempo que 150 años de reclamo y que 150 años y que podamos resolverlo. Pues ¿por qué no?
Yeah. You see, they have people like the last time, one time we gone down the PG, when we talk to some people up there at PG, and then people may tell we ask them, hey, what they go on with this thing? How no feel down here at PG since they only live up here so and this Guatemala thing? They say, watch out, we cool right here, so you know. He said, then people wake up on range walk come make nice and so on that stir up thing for we. Tell them, well, so how no feel? He said, we feel like we don't want this thing finished, right? But we don't really know what to do because all the time the activists for right at PG they come out and only tell you that negative to what we want to hear.
Yo quisiera hacerle una pregunta. Porque así soy, pero la persona que me mandó un mensaje diciendo que ellos saben todo, that we know everything, and that's why we're voting no. Quiero que me dé dos razones por qué no ir a la ICJ. Que me diga dos, que me dé una oportunidad de convencerlo privadamente. Okay.
Yeah.
A ver si es que tiene bien concretizado su posición, su plataforma.
Yeah, because if we have this trouble happening, there is no way that we can solve it by just sitting down and tap and tap and tap and going nowhere. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Hello.
Morning.
Talk something good, man. Talk something good. Don't talk nonsense.
Going to the ICJ is everybody's concern, Emmanuel, in this country. That is everybody concerned. If you not talk about it, you not try to get the people involved and educated, when the campaign come, when the time comes to make them go vote, they go and vote just for vote. I say, ¿why por ser vote? Yo voy a votar no. ¿Why you votas así? ¿Por qué? Porque yo no sé, pero yo solo fui a votar.
Precisamente por eso le estoy pidiendo al individuo que me dé dos razones por las cuales para poder empezar una
Overflood. Don local 302-2170.
Para que podamos empezar a conseguir una idea de qué es el pensamiento de las personas que dicen no. Porque fácilmente estoy seguro que siendo tan lógica el proceso de que no debe ser nada difícil poder cambiar la mente al individuo.
Yeah, the education campaign really needs to start. This person, what will happen if we lose the case?
What will happen if we lose the case? Bueno.
That is a good question.
Absolutely.
It's a good question.
Por eso es que voy a tomar tiempo para explicarte. En el primer lugar, tienes que darte cuenta que What is the case? What is the case? ¿Qué es la posición de Guatemala? ¿Qué es lo que Guatemala quiere que te tienes miedo que suceda? ¿Qué es lo que Guatemala tiene o pide que tengas miedo que suceda? Guatemala's case is the following. The area of Belize was originally included within the domains of Spain. Okay, yes. When Christopher Columbus came and said, oh, abuelo de la bandera de España y llamar todo esto para el rey y la reina de España. ¿Quién le dio el poder al Papa de hacer decirlo? Yo no lo sé. Porque el Papa tiene su lugar en el Vaticano, pero vamos a decir que sí tenía la autoridad. ¿Ok? Esta área le pertenecía a España. ¿Ok? 2. Within those domains, Belize formed part of the province of Verapaz within the Captaincy General of Guatemala. This is Guatemala's position. We're not talking about Belize's position. We're talking about Guatemala's position. So Guatemala is saying that this part of the territory belonged to the province of Verapaz, and that therefore is within the Captain General of Guatemala. The third point, it says, during that period, extending until the acquisition of independence in 1821 by the United Provinces of Central America, which included Guatemala, the only rights that Britain acquired in the area were those granted by the Anglo-Spanish treaties of 1783 and 1786. In 1783, Britain and Guatemala signed a treaty saying, hey, I give you rights from the Hondo to the Belize River. In the Treaty of 1786, it says, I'm extending these rights from the Hondo, from the Belize River to the Sibun River. All right? Those rights were limited to the area north of the Sibun River and were restricted in their scope. 4, we're taking time out to listen to Guatemala's position. Upon the acquisition of independence, the United Provinces of Central America and subsequently Guatemala, because recuerden de que cuando Guatemala consiguió su independencia no fue un país solo, eran las Provincias Unidas de Centroamérica, que era Guatemala, Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, Costa Rica. Todos ellos consiguieron en bloque su independencia y formaron un país, pero eso no duró. Eso duró cuánto tiempo, y luego Guatemala se separó de todo esto. Okay? Succeeded, they feel that upon the acquisition of independence, the United Provinces of Central America and subsequently Guatemala, after it separated, succeeded to the sovereignty of Spain by operation of the principle of uti possidetis juris, subject to the treaty rights of Britain. What is uti possidetis juris? And you see, this is the problem, that people don't know what the official position and what are those words. What is uti possidetis juris? If you begin to involve yourself and read, I have here by my good friend, Senior Counsel Eamon Courtney, that talks about uti possidetis. And you have to read it. You have to read it and understand that, hey, not because it belonged to Spain does it belong to Guatemala. No, sir. But let's continue. He said the limitations of the treaties precluded Britain from acquiring sovereignty over any part of Belize. So, and said British said, no. The Guatemala said Britain don't have nothing for doing this. Therefore, Number 6, the 1859 treaty between Britain and Guatemala operated as a cession of territory from Guatemala to Britain and not as a treaty establishing a boundary between the two territories. I always mention about the two types of treaties, a treaty of cession and a treaty of boundaries. Okay? I have a copy of the treaty right here. Read up, please. Anglo-Guatemalan Treaty. And nothing in this treaty says that it's a treaty of cession. Nothing. Okay? Going back to Guatemala's position, Guatemala, remember, says that it's a treaty of cession and not just a boundary. He says, in 1859, the 1859 Convention contains a provision, Article 7, for the construction of a cart road from Guatemala City to the nearest point on the Guatemalan coast to which Britain was required to contribute. 8. Britain's non-performance of the obligation of this article entitled Guatemala unilaterally to terminate this convention. 9. Guatemala has done so, the treaty is at an end, and as a result, the cession of the territory of Belize is no longer operative and has reverted to Guatemala. All of that is a pile of bullshit. Straight up. Okay? Not because that for Spain, that means that it belongs to Guatemala. No. The Treaty of Uti Possidetis, as said by Yeman Cortes, says that no go so. Spain would have needed to have built and to have populated the area. Where do you go to Guatemala, you go to Mexico, you see cathedrals, you see cities, you see beautiful buildings. Where in Belize do you see that? Where? Check it?
Yeah, I know, but Pa, you see, like somebody sent me a text and they said, I wonder what would be the position of the People's United Party in going to the ICJ if they were in power right now.
But you see, who do you think began the whole process of going to the ICJ?
I believe it was under the People's United Party.
It was under the People's United Party. It was Said Musa who told my brother Fred Martinez, when he put him as ambassador to Guatemala, vamos, let's try to get everything going so Belize can go to the ICJ. And as a matter of fact, if you go to my Facebook page, you will see some interviews made of Said Musa, Lisa Schumann, Godfrey Smith, Eamon Cordy, Fred Martinez, Dean Barrow, Patrick Fowler, all of the politicians. And notably the PUP, all of them said going to the ICJ is the only way out.
Was that the mission of your brother when the Right Honorable Said Musa put him there as ambassador? What was his mission?
His mission was to be ambassador of Guatemala.
Okay.
Guatemala.
And was that pertaining to Alice's claim and to start work on it to go see him
his mission was just as an ambassador, but then because Assad Schumann was the lead negotiator at that time.
Okay, okay.
It is only after the UDP won that my brother was made the lead negotiator, but okay. Assad was still there.
Right.
Okay. So listen to what the lawyer said. We have given careful consideration to the various presentations by Guatemala of its position. We believe that they are in a number of crucial respects so wrong as to make the Guatemalan case unsustainable. You can't go by what people say. You have to inform yourself. You have to read up. You have to read up. And when you read up, then you begin to understand. Law is law. The 1859 treaty says very clearly, the 1859 treaty says it's a convention between Great Britain and Guatemala relative to the boundary of British Honduras. And you see me that Banquina's up to 5 o'clock yesterday, or 4 o'clock yesterday. Yeah. I'm still reading Peace, the book by the Guatemalan claim to Belize, and it's called The Definitive History. One of the things I'm getting to find out, The things I'm getting to find out is incredible. That famous Article 7 was not even in the original proposal. It was included there by the British. But that's a different story. That's a different story. But more and more and more you begin to read and involve yourself, the more you go like, man, Guatemala has a losing case.
Yeah.
I invite you to read, people. I invite you to become acquainted with all of this information. Speak to people who know. Not out there. Speak to people who know. People who have the information, and then you will be correctly informed.
The person will send the text before what will happen if we lose the case. Send our next text. I said, what if we win the case and Guatemala not accept and try to invade us by force?
Guatemala, well, if they try to invade us, thank you for that, what you call it. If they try to invade us, once a case has been brought up to the International Court of Justice, remember that this is the United Nations. This is the umbrella. Check it.
Yes.
Under here you have the General Assembly. Under here you have the Security Council. And under here you also have the International Court of Justice. Those are three of some of the branches of the United Nations. And when the ICJ says this, then it and the company and the country does not want to, then you have all the rights to do one thing: appeal to the United Nations Security Council. And the United Nations Security Council, you know, those are the big countries: USA, China, England, France, Germany, and so forth. They are the big ones. They have to uphold the decision of the ICJ, and they can apply so much pressure to Guatemala, it's not funny, like you've never heard before. Or they could go one step further. They could even bring in peacekeeping forces, United Nations peacekeeping forces, into here and tell Guatemala, stop for you.
Back off.
Back off. Or else.
Yeah. So people
not they do it, the United Nations Security Council is going to do it.
So we need to be assured that it's not our BDF forces that will.
No.
So don't be afraid, because it's not our forces. This is one time this judgment hand down, and the ICJ say, okay, this is what has happened. Belize stay with what is for Belize, and Guatemala you just back off. Then that somebody else take over when it come to, if they want to invade, that somebody else take over. Don't know we, because it's an international thing. This is another one. You know, like they got the Supreme Court here. They got the lower court, they got different court, they have the court where they deal with family affairs and so. This one are the big court, the ICJ are the big court. So when they rule, they have authorities over a lot of things. So now just we say, okay, well, Belize on the we don't rule, we done the case done, now we don't handle ourselves. That's not so. You know, it's not as easy or as simple as that.
And the ICJ would never, ever, and listen to me good, I will repeat it, would never, ever split a country in two. It can be. It can do it. Why? Very simply. Because of two reasons. One, legally, our case is so damn tight enough funny. Our treaty is not a treaty of cession. It is a boundary treaty. Not here what Guatemala say. Mind you, I'm reading this book right now, the Guatemalan case, Claim to Believe, the definitive history, and I invite you to read it. Guatemala was willing to sign the 1859 treaty without Article 7, without the compensation part. Yes, they were willing to sign it, because they were afraid of British incursions into the Petén area. It's only because of Mr. Charles Lennox Wilkie that he said, hey, we're putting Article 7 there, I'm promise them a road. And then when they found out that the improbability of the building the road, then England said, But Guatemala pressured and pressured and pressured. And England said, all right, I will give up 50 million pounds. But I'll give you 10 million pounds a year. Sign this treaty for me, right now. And I'll give you the money. Guatemala never signed it. That's the reason why we have the problem. Guatemala never signed it because the period lapsed for them to sign it. And so England just pulled back the paper and said, well, ellos no lo firmaron, eso es problema de ellos.
Yeah.
Igual como estás escuchando, así sucedió.
Yeah, well, it's almost time to
Infórmate.
Yeah. It's almost time to go and here we're continuing this conversation. I don't know scratch record, but the Ministry of Health warns unauthorized private cemeteries. You know, they got people who are like buried in
a private cemetery?
Yes, because they got people like buried in love one in the backyard and things like that.
You can't do that.
So the Ministry of Health issued a statement to remind the public that the burial of deceased family members on private premises is prohibited by the Public Health Act. Every undertaker conducting burials on behalf of a family also expected to adhere only ensure services provided for approval cemeteries in compliance with the Public Health Act 40 Section 30. And the public is being reminded that where families have interest in establishing a private/family cemetery outside service areas, an application must be submitted to the Ministry of Health for review and approval by the Director of Health Services. Anyone found in violation of this act will be prosecuted under the Public Health Act, Chapter 40, and anyone guilty of the offense is liable to a fine of $1,000. You know, there are people who just like say, okay, we're buried right in our backyard, man. But you need to have authorization for that. Because the public health need to go around and see if there are no health hazard by burying these people in the yard or different parts of the communities, no? So that...
And directly se les olvida dónde lo enterraron y ya luego entonces ahí escarban hoyo para excusarlo y...
Yes, or they dig a well.
Or they dig a well and pobre, hay que tener respeto a los muertos, ¿no?
Yeah, and this usually happen in the rural areas, no? People got a farm on a highway and so they say, okay, we are buried on the farm, man. But just need to get to authorization. Just check with the Ministry of Health and get authorization to do so.
Compañeros, vamos a empezar a esperar, como dije, para el comienzo de la campaña informacional y educacional que aquí en Orange Rock empezará primero Dios la siguiente semana. Y ya para entonces vamos a tener distintas presentaciones a favor o en contra de ir a la ICJ. A este momento,
earthquake hit Venezuela.
What's the magnitude?
Yeah, I'm gonna try find it up because I heard it, I saw it on the news this morning, and somebody says, money, we Belizeans have to stop to follow Yeriso and corrupt PUP leaders. Please, we don't have nothing to lose. Yes to the ICJ, please.
Thank you very much.
For that person. I think it's a 7 point something.
7?
Yeah, earthquake.
What part of Venezuela?
I think it's Caracas.
I got family there.
You got family there, too?
Yes.
All right. Make us see if you could understand this weather part here, because I know you understand the weather, how it's...
7.3 magnitude?
Yep.
And but it's not close to where
your family there.
Your family there, yeah. It's
Caracas.
Trinidad and Tobago from Rio Caribe, Sucre. And that is on the eastern part of Venezuela. You see, my family, the southwest of Caracas. So, but if you notice that there's 6.5 from Vanuatu, 6.9 from Indonesia, 6.8 Fiji, 6.3 Indonesia, 6.3. I mean, hey, we have to get ready for a big one.
Yes. Yeah, I remember last year we had a lot, especially like Mexico. Mexico had a lot last year, boy.
Tenemos que cuidarnos. Pues, ¿cuántos nos podemos cuidar, verdad? Cuando viene esa bendita earthquake y hay los gritos del tsunami detrás, te quedas todo, y no puedo decir la palabra aquí ahorita, pero te quedas todo tonto.
Can you answer this question, Emmanuel, of the press release we read a while ago? So, if it's a private property, I cannot bury my loved one on my property land?
Yes, you can, but you have to ask for permission. Simple. Yes, you can, but you have to ask permission. You can't do it. I know of a number of people who bury their loved ones at their ranch or someplace like that, in their yard. But the point is that you have to ask permission, and they then in turn will give you the guidelines as to how to do that.
And where to put it.
And where to put it. But yes, you can. It's just that you need to go through the process of asking and finding out more information in that regard.
Yeah, I don't want to do that without getting the permit. I want to go there and tell her, hey, you have to dig that up back. You don't really want to go through that, right?
No,
so
you don't want
just check with the Ministry of Health. People who might know the Ministry of Health, you could check that any one of the hospital, and they could give you information who to talk to or how you could apply.
Queremos también hablar ya, no ahora porque ya se quedó tarde, pero estamos entrando en el mes de septiembre entre muy poco.
Yes.
Y pues vamos a sonar como disco rayado, pero compañeros, compañeras, es importante que nosotros como beliceños empecemos a tomar más orgullo acerca de nuestro país, acerca de nuestro himno nacional, cuando se trata de nuestra oración nacional, cuando se trata de nuestra bandera por el amor de Dios. Porque no hemos tenido una historia como otros países, como México, como los Estados Unidos, donde han tenido que pasar por guerras para liberarse, donde han muerto tantas personas en nombre de su patria, donde ellos finalmente se sienten unidos por los esfuerzos de esas personas, vivos y muertos, que pelearon para la libertad de su país. Aquí en Belice no hemos tenido que perder ni una bendita gota de sangre. Esto es parte del problema que estamos viendo ahora. Porque si hubiéramos pasado por un pleitito ahí, un pleitito allá, una confrontación, fuéramos más orgullosos de nuestro país. Y eso es un hecho. Fuéramos más defensivos de nuestro país. Porque lo defenderemos más con nuestros cuerpos, con todo nuestro ser. Pero desafortunadamente, o algunos dirían afortunadamente, no hemos tenido que pasar por eso. Eso ha causado que no demostramos el amor, el patriotismo en nuestro país como debemos, como en otros países lo hacen. Tenemos un vacío cuando se trata de orgullo cívico, como amar nuestro país y demostrar simplemente que si amas tanto tu país, no tires basura por todo lado. Respeta las leyes de tu país. ¿Okay? Si ves que tu niño anda tirando a la bolsa de por todo lado, corrígelo, dile, hey, no lo tires por este lado.
Yeah, you don't have to school and teach them.
Teach them. queremos tener un show al respecto, porque también me rebosa todo cuando voy a las celebraciones del 20 de septiembre y veo que toda la gente está tocando el himno nacional y toda la gente en las orillas están que se maman y que y peleando y no hay nada de respeto al himno nacional o la bandera. Entonces yo me pregunto, ¿qué se puede hacer? ¿Qué se puede hacer, Chucky? What can we do to try to inculcate more patriotism and more patriotism and so that when we say el himno nacional dice todos parados, atentos, listos.
We need to get back the things in at the school, man.
Pregúntale a la mitad de la gente ahí fuera en el parque que te cante del himno nacional. Y la gran mayoría no puede.
We need to get back the things in at the school. Daily we used to sing the national anthem. We used to say the prayer. Every morning we used to say the prayer at 1 o'clock. That's St. Peter's School where I attended. Every 1 o'clock we used to sing the national anthem. Whenever I used to get assembly, so then time there, but I believe schools that has assembly, they do the national anthem. So from the teacher could start to teach the, hey, make sure you stand up good. If your pants they hang down, pull it up good.
Pull it up.
You know, that I respect.
And if your shoelace knee tight.
And if you got a angora, take it off.
You know that in Mexico, every person, every child who goes to school on a certain day must wear certain attire only to give allegiance to the flag.
What? Yeah,
you can't go with the wishy-washy, what you call it. You have to wear something nice because es día de honor a la bandera. Y dices, pucha, pero eso no es mucho. Pero dices, no, eso es honor a nuestra bandera.
Well,
así que,
yeah, it's time for us to go.
We
understand we should be having some rain sometime between today and tonight, right here in the north, with the tropical wave or tropical storm that's supposed to be passing through.
Tropical wave.
Yeah, we had some earlier this morning. So we want you to enjoy the weather. When the rain always said a good weather, you know, people said a bad weather.
2 minutes before 9, yes.
But for some people are good weather, man, said a good weather.
So it's going to be good weather.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're going to be preparing that show for you very shortly.
Yep.
And I hope and trust that we can count with your participation then. Compañeros, muchas gracias al equipo de producción, al señor Chucky Usher, muchas gracias. Importantemente a ustedes, muchas gracias por su participación y su sintonía. Aquí, como decimos siempre, estamos para informar, educar y a veces entretener. ¿Ok?
Yep.
Y esa porción yo me lo agregué, a veces entretener.
Yeah.
Pero es un gran gusto de contar con su confianza, su sintonía. Muchas gracias. Recordándoles que este show repite a las 9 de la noche hoy, pero estaremos con ustedes mañana a la misma hora, a las 7 de la mañana.
All right, so we'll be back tomorrow. Let me just share these 2 texts before we go. Good morning, my friends. I agree 100% with you. See, we have to be patriotic now. Let us start with this TV station. Make a difference, my brothers. Let us see as from tomorrow before you start your program, please. And then this next one say, good morning. No, not that one.
So tomorrow what? Put up a national flag behind us? Yes, we will.
Yeah, okay. All right, so it's time for us to go, Pa. It has been a pleasure being here. This one said, that's true what you say, but here in Belize, we no respect, not even in school. So if the good Lord so will, Pa, we'll be back tomorrow. Right here, this show repeats at 9 o'clock tonight. It's all day on YouTube. We'd like to thank everybody there in the control rooms, everybody who tuned in this morning, everybody who sent those texts of encouragement. And if you send some texts that you're not in agreement with what we are saying, we don't know everything. You know, so all those texts are welcome. I want to send a text with a lot of bad word and so they are a little bit disrespectful, man, because we can't read them up on it, yeah. But that's your prerogative. and I will not take it, and I can't take it away from you. But we say, hasta mañana.
Until we meet again, cuídense mucho. Nos vemos mañana a la misma hora.